Hey everyone, Thornton Smash here, and today we're going to be talking about the next-gen version of Apex Legends coming to the Xbox Series X, Series S, and the PS5. Along with that, we'll be talking about the aim assist nerf coming and how console players will be entering the ALGS tournament and how pro players don't want console players in there and the reasoning behind it. So let's dive into the next-gen version first. All the way back in Season 7, EA and Respawn let shareholders know that in 2021 they would be releasing the next-gen version of Apex Legends for the Series X and the PS5 along with the Series S, and it was going to be able to be played up to 1440p along with formal enhancements allowing it to get 120 frames per second to compete with the PC counterparts. Now we're halfway through the year of 2021 and a lot of people, myself included, are wondering where is our next gen update and why wasn't it announced at the EA Play live stream that they had just the other week. That would have been the perfect time to announce something like this. However, there was something important they announced with that, and that was the inclusion of console players with PC players for the ALGS tournament and why that ties into next gen. If you were on Xbox or PlayStation, your aim assist will be nerfed down to PC level so that you don't have an unfair advantage. One of the main reasons that console players have never been allowed to compete in the tournament before is because of the hardware differences and limitations on current gen systems that didn't allow them to compete at the same frame rate as PC players. So it would make no sense to reduce the aim assist unless they had that next generation patch ready to go for this tournament to allow a fair and competitive balance, which they seem so focused on. The preseason qualifiers for the tournament start in September, so if they don't have the next generation update patch ready for when Season 10 launches on August 3rd, September would be the most likely time, as once again they seem to be trying to keep a competitive balance and they wouldn't announce console players being allowed to join unless they had something like this ready to go. It doesn't end there though, as a lot of pro players are not happy about the inclusion of console and think that it should have its own separate tournament instead of PC for a number of reasons. Console players should not be allowed to participate with PC and ALG tournaments. As of right now, the competitive integrity is tough as it is. The main question is, how would we be able to identify strike packs, which is extremely common in console? And while I do understand his concern, I do actually want to clarify an issue with the strike pack problem. That isn't limited to just console, as there are numerous tutorials online and YouTube itself that actually show you how to hook a strike pack up to your PC, so it can definitely also be used on PC in these tournaments and possibly has been in the past. There are also a number of tells on when someone is using a strike pack. One of the big ones is the feature that allows for anti-recoil. If you put a barrel stabilizer on a weapon, it will actually mess with the recoil and make it worse because the script is only set for the base gun. So if you see someone running around without a barrel stabilizer and they go the entire game without picking one up and their recoil is super good, they're using a strike pack. My personal opinion is that I am super excited to see console square off against PC, the best of the best, and they title for truly the best team in Apex Legends regardless of what system you are on. If you are cracked enough to compete on console, you should have the ability to compete for that title. I also understand ALGS waiting so long to include console players as they wanted to wait for a next-gen version that would allow the same frame rate per second on both systems so there was no unfair advantage, while they could also reduce the aim assist on console so that no one could really complain. I am also super interested in hearing all of your opinions down in the comments below, as I know a lot of you play on PC and a lot of you play on console. Myself, I play on console, but I play with friends on PC, so I'm in PC lobbies on console and it's never really been an issue for me. It did take a little bit of adjustment, but what is your personal opinion on combining the two lobbies for one giant tournament? And until next time, Legends, keep slaying the Outlands, and I'll see you out there.